Happy birthday season, Gemini. It is Kendrick from Providence here, Providence Tarot, and I'm going to give you your first proofread for the month of June. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Be safe out there. It's kind of rainy here in New York City and the tri-state area. So I feel like a lot of people are going to be spending a Memorial Day kind of like inside. Well, the weekend, because it's supposed to be sunny again on like Monday, which is officially Memorial Day. Okay, here we go. One more. All right, Gemini, let's see what's up for you. What you fumbling with? Keeper of Swords, which is the Queen of Swords. Okay, so you are creating some boundaries, right? Communication boundaries. Let me be clear. You're being clear with someone. This is very much your energy. The Keeper of Swords is the Queen of Swords. I think I already said that. But it's the equivalent of like the Three of Swords too. You could look at it that way as well. So this is someone who is not mincing words. You know what I mean? You are saying what's on your mind and you're unapologetic about it because you know that this kind of like needs to be said, right? Or it needs to be expressed, or it needs to be verbalized, or it needs to be known, or it needs to be seen. It needs to just kind of be, everybody needs to be on the same page, or you need to be on the same page with somebody, or even if you're not on the same page with them, you know, you need to understand what it is that, or they need to understand what it is that you mean, perhaps, right? Or the Keeper of Swords could be just kind of like listening to someone, or someone is confiding in your advice. You know what I mean? This is someone needing advice about something. It could be somebody needing career advice, right? Or it could be somebody needing advice on how to handle some kind of like relational energy. It could be relationships with, you know, the mother. It could definitely be a Libra because the Keeper of Swords is Libra energy. Like I said, this is also you too. Just kind of like, you know, communicating what your needs are. Or you could actually just be creating a boundary because that's what you need to do. Or someone could be creating a boundary with you. Okay, let's see what's going on with the other one. The Four of Pentacles. Okay, so yeah, this could be like severing business ties with someone, right? You could be quitting a job, or you could just be like not wanting to work with a business partner anymore, or somebody that you were thinking about going into partnership with, or business-wise. The Four of Pentacles is definitely Sun and Capricorn energy, so you might even be dealing with a Taurus, or you could be dealing with Capricorn energy. Very much earth sign. Sun in Capricorn is the sun being in the 10th house from where it's exalted from. So, you know, this talks about probably needing to do something on your own. Just because the Four of Pentacles is very much connected to the self, being four, connected to Aries. And also you realize that you can take the emotions out of something when you are working alone, perhaps. You know, there's less emotions that are involved when you are working alone. You know, and you have more control over like finances, you have more control over management. This is like just needing to have things be a certain way, and maybe you're just not like vibing with the way with someone else's ideas or the input that they might be giving or something like that. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's what this is talking about. The Keeper of Swords is talking about boundaries, right? And it could actually just be like, you know what, this isn't vibing. And then the Four of Pentacles is kind of like, I want to focus on my own. I want to do it on my own. Very much self-reliant energy, and very much, you know, like, I don't want to give you more than I feel like I should be giving you, right? It's like percentage-wise and all of that. Here we go with Wheel of Fortune. You can go your own way. Go your own way, right? So it's kind of like that. And with the Wheel of Fortune, this is not being intimidated by going on your own and doing something on your own. You know, make sure that you are staying centered as you go through your process of evolution and change, because this is Sagittarius. So it does talk about things being a little bit unstable, but you know how to rock with that instability, right? You know, don't overexhaust yourself. Don't worry yourself over all of the responsibilities that you're going to be taking on now that you're not doing it with someone. Just take your time. You know what I mean? Take your time doing whatever it is that you're trying to do to accomplish it at the best, you know, in the best way possible, right? You want it to be exceptional. You don't want to do something too fast and not have it, you know, really look like what you need it to look like, or really be what you want it to be. The Wheel of Fortune is also asking you not to waste any time, because time is definitely fleeting. We're not getting any younger. And that's why it's like you don't want to put up with other people's pressure. You don't want to put up with anyone else's ridiculous expectations. It's not like people might have like high expectations. Sometimes they might have like ridiculous expectations, and you're like, okay, I would rather not have to do any of these things that you want me to do. This could also be with a job, right? Some of you might be at a job and you're like, okay, things are changing, management's changing. They want to change things now that we're opening up again. And I feel like they're getting like a little bit too crazy and maybe a little bit too, you know, ahead of themselves with all of these new policies or all of these new implementations of ideas or whatever it is. That type of thing. But I feel like someone is trying to break away so that they can have their own sense of creative control. Let's look at the other side. Two of Cups. Okay, this is talking about loves, feelings, relationships, emotional balance. Okay, so the divine is asking you to get emotionally balanced. You're getting these suggestions. You're getting these synchronicities. It's kind of reassuring you that it's okay to kind of like maybe pull back and give yourself a little bit of a safe space to kind of like weigh out your emotions and how you feel about things, perhaps. Okay, involved in a relationship with, you know, business partner, or in a relationship with a partner, or in a space with a partner, someone that you might share space with, and you know, there's a lot of nonverbal energy that's going on due to like the emotions that you might share just because you're in that space, right? And you can usually tell when like the tide has shifted or something has changed within you or within a relationship or within anything. Personal, place, and sign. So now we are looking at the Four of Wands, the Two of Cups, and the Justice card. Okay, we were just talking about relationships and relational energy here. So Two of Cups is in the center. We spoke about that. The Four of Wands is also like, you know, you're bringing attention to yourself, right? Impressive. You know, you don't have to question the people can see what is impressive naturally, but it's what you do next that people are not anticipating, because they don't necessarily see you doing this or being this in this way, or showing yourself off in this way, or presenting something, you know. And it does have to do with a body of work, or the body of work could be the experience, it could be the evolutionary growth, it could be the maturity, or it could be actually the body of work, or it could be something that you've been keeping secret for all of this time, because it's 4, right? And that's connected to the Death card, which is Scorpio, but it's also connected to the 4th house, which is Cancer. And now you're about to do it, and you know, you're either going to sink or swim. You're either going to do it well, you know, make sure that you're ready, that you're prepped, and that you really are fully committed to going through with something before you get up there and try to do it, or you you know, not try to do it, but before you do it. The Justice card is here as well, and the Justice card is talking about bringing balance back into your life, bringing balance back into your relationships, and feeling balanced with, you know, just your surroundings, right? The things that are close to you, the things that affect you, right? Bringing balance back into those areas. We could be talking about with friendships, relationships, we could be talking about not divulging too much information. Keep some information to yourself. You know what I mean? The Justice card also is like a reluctancy to share information. It is the scales because it's kind of open, but it's like I know something that other people don't know. And that's why this is here too, you know? You know, it could be keeping some kind of information, right? It could be asking for information, wanting to know what's up, what's the deal, what's the tea. It could be wanting to, you're weighing out a choice or a decision, right? To either go somewhere or not go somewhere, to travel or to not travel. The Justice card also speaks of fairness, right? It's something justifiable, right? It's also being very sensitive to your environment or being very sensitive to your surroundings, because the scale is going to be just as sensitive as the water in this glass. If I move this glass, the water in the glass moves, right? This is kind of like Cancer energy, right? If anything shifts or changes here, the water is going to respond to it, right? Because it's definitely happening. So the Justice card is like, you know, just being sensitive to what people are saying, what people are thinking, what people are doing. Maybe you're very sensitive now and you might need to just pull away from everything. It's not time to be so social. And you just need to focus as well, because the Justice card wants you to focus on the important details, for sure, right? Focus on the important details. You know, some things don't matter, right? It doesn't matter what some of the details are. It's just kind of like having enough information to be able to reasonably conclude what is, you know, black, white, and gray. Okay, because the Justice card does say that there's like a little bit of a gray area here with something, and you might just be needing to you need some time and space to kind of like clear out the gray area. Okay. Just because like both of this card has like images of people that are like covering themselves up. This person in the image is kind of like, has like a little bit of a trance thing going on, right? With the upper body. But we don't know actually, because this is covered. So we have no idea. Right? And the Justice card is Libra. Libra is esoterically ruled by Uranus. So it's like anything can happen at any moment. Whoa, you know? So you just have to keep your mental strength. Don't hold your breath with something, you know, let things kind of like balance themselves out naturally. Don't be forceful with the situation. Like I said, that scale and water, like if you're forceful with it, it's not going to react the way that you might want it to. You know, it's like when someone tries to shake a baby, but to get it to stop crying. That is not the way. You know what I mean? That is definitely not the way. Okay. Like, share, and subscribe. Comment on the video. Follow me on Instagram. It's Providence Tarot there, and it's also Providence Tarot on YouTube. I am NYC Kendrick on Instagram. That's my personal account. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, email providencetarotkendrick@gmail.com. And I'm also at Shanti Bookshop and Crystal Gallery in New York City at 230 East 14th Street between 2nd and 3rd Avenues in the East Village area, Union Square-ish. Bye.